everybody. Back to Big Time Boolers!
Yeah, boy!
And this is a very special episode because this episode is the beginning of Season 2. That's right, this is Season 2, Episode 1.
Season 2, baby. Brand new season. A whole lot of exciting memories for us all.
And Gavin, how do you feel like that first season went, you know?
I feel like it went really well. It's just a different time in my life, though. I feel like we did really good work for our first season. How about you, Dave?
I've learned a lot. I'll tell you that. Like, in the last month, since we've recorded the last one about, I've learned so much. For example, I learned how to tie my shoes.
Wow.
I've learned how to fake look like I know how to drive a stick shift. I know how to make potato soup now.
Those are big steps, man.
I think I'm really developing as a person, as an individual.
I'm really proud of you, man.
Thanks.
You've been making some big strides.
It's been rough. It's been kind of
that's
hard.
Good for you, man.
Yeah,
that's good for you.
And
I feel kind of the same way. In the past month, we hadn't really seen each other because of finals and stuff. But like in the meantime, I learned how to, perform nuclear fission. That was a big one.
Oh, that's yeah.
I mean,
that's some light stuff though.
Yeah, just some light stuff. I just restructured my entire life.
Oh.
It was actually learned a lot though.
Yeah.
It was a good time, and we're so thankful for all the support of our dedicated fan.
All six of you, I think, at this point. Which is why we felt like it was the right time to go into season 2.
We were getting a lot of support, and it was time to change up the format.
Just a little bit.
We're gonna be it's gonna be more structured, more coherent content for you guys.
We actually have an idea of what we're trying to say now, instead of just staring at each other in a room for like 5 hours and just like turn a microphone on and start talking.
The artistic depiction comparison is going from Jackson Pollock to Vincent Van Gogh. We're going from that there.
Ugh.
I said it the right way. The disgusting way.
It's Goff.
It's Goff.
You can't quote me on that.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
I don't freaking know.
I really don't know, actually.
I don't really know either. But yeah, that's an exciting thing. We're going to be doing some more stuff on our YouTube channel as well. So check out our YouTube channel if you haven't. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff on there, and hopefully we're going to be able to, build a little family, Build a little family on YouTube.
Yeah. I don't think I can listen to this show anymore. I'll participate, but I'm not going to listen to it.
I lost interest when season 2 started.
Yeah, I know. It just went downhill from there. All right. Well, I think that about settles it for us to move into our next segment of what we want to talk about on this show. And that's something we've really been thinking about is history. Now, I'm a huge history buff. I think you are too, Gavin, right?
Oh, yeah.
Big time. So one of the fun things about history is a lot of stuff's really cool. Like, you can learn about George Washington crossing the Delaware, or like Julius Caesar bulling around in ancient Egypt and stuff like that. But I think the better stuff to learn about, and the more wholesome side and the real developing side of history, is the parts that we don't hear about so often.
Oh, yeah.
And the dark side of the moon, so to speak.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
Let's go there.
Let's go to the weird side of history.
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to share a few little things we know about history, being sort of the history buffs that we are, that through Wikipedia or Google or however we've gained our vast sources of knowledge. But I think we'll share a little bit of what we know.
Sounds good, man.
That's what you got, Gavin.
Well,
lay it on me.
The first thing I want to talk about is Howard Taft. Just can't talk about
the big man.
He's the big boy on campus. He's our largest president. I got nothing against large people. I think fat shaming is something that we should all stop doing as a society. But I mean, boy was big.
He was.
Nobody talks about that though. All of our presidents are so skinny.
I think I've heard about this when I was in like the 5th grade, actually, which is really weird. This is the only time I ever heard about this in like a school setting. Yeah,
so like he had a bathtub that some construction workers famously took a picture in, and there's like 4 to 6 of them. I'm not sure the exact amount, but like multiple men are in his bathtub, and that's because he was so girthy. He needed this extremely large bathtub, and that was like one of his famous hallmarks of his presidency. He's one of those forgotten ones.
I heard he had to like get lowered in there by like a crane, or like one time he got stuck and they had to use a crane to get him out.
I kind of remember that too.
That's the thing though, is like I don't know if that's real or not.
Yeah, there's so much about history that's such
Ambiguous.
malarkey, you know, just like
Yeah.
so gray. But yeah, I really love Howard Taft for that reason. I think he's just an interesting guy. I also love the dichotomy between all these old school presidents, like how you forget that pretty much every president in the 20s back was just really racist. You know,
Yeah.
like wow.
Hey, Abraham Lincoln,
He was pretty good.
he set people free.
He set people free. He did good there,
Debatably.
but he didn't believe in like interracial marriage, which is also weird.
Yeah.
But like it is crazy.
Yeah.
Like you don't really think about that. Like, but I mean, the people that
That's kind
you
of,
know?
I don't know, and that was kind of like the norm back then, which, it's a good thing we've come, how far we've come, But that's the thing. I think sometimes we judge people too harshly based off of the things we have now. And that's, and that's a point
Big
for,
facts.
that's a point for debate and stuff too, for
Big
some, like some
facts.
people, but I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, that actually reminds me. That point reminds me. You know George Wallace, the guy who said segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. That
Yeah.
guy. He actually wasn't racist like the last half of his life. He started out not racist. He didn't leave the convention when the Democrats adopted like a new plank of social justice. And but he said he would never be. He's got a really famous quote about how he'd never be out N-word again, which is a really nasty quote. But like, yeah, so he became very, very racist and like started talking about all that stuff you hear him talk about. And then he got shot 4 times when he was running for president because this guy was going to shoot Dick Nixon, but he couldn't. So he shot George Wallace instead. And when he was in the hospital, a female black representative from his state came and visited him in the hospital, and he just like cried and cried and cried. And then the next time he ran for governor, he had integrated cabinet, and he like spoke at like civil rights stuff from then on. Like super cool story.
I didn't know about that. That's interesting.
He's really awesome. I love that story. I love the story of George Wallace,
Wow.
He's got good stuff.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's like a heartwarming story.
I don't know. I was like, we always went from the weird side to like just the cute, heartwarming side.
Yeah, and
that's nice.
People never talk about that. They don't ever conclude.
Yeah,
like,
that's
conclusion. True. Like after he got shot, like he was like he went to the church where Martin Luther King used to speak and like to apologize and say I'm sorry for all the stuff I did back in the 60s.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which is cool. What about you, Dave? What's one of your favorite weird history stories?
Favorite weird history things? All right, well, this one's kind of a classic. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know this, but this is one I was thinking about. Genghis Khan.
Oh.
And so this is more of a modern fact, but it relates to Genghis Khan. And I think it's either 1/3 of the world's population or just 1/3 of like Asia's population is a descendant of Genghis Khan. And I'll let you fill in the blanks of what that means necessarily. But let's just say Genghis Khan did not hesitate at all.
My man was bussing. Okay, and we're back.
Sorry about that, everybody. I dropped the phone that we're recording on, and it was my bad.
No worries. And we're rocking and rolling. What were we talking about?
We're talking about Genghis Khan and how he's a.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a player.
I don't know what words I want to use right now.
That's
I gotta be careful, but let's just say he's a player.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that he's a player isn't that funny historically or anything.
Yeah.
I just think it's the fact that like 1/3 of people are like a descendant of Genghis, like 1/3.
Yeah.
How I'm trying to like statistically how do you do that much with that many people?
I mean, his kids must have gotten busy. It's like that syndrome
That too.
thing. Like, you conquered the world and got
busy.
He's also probably like a massive rapist, but like,
well,
like that's like the uncomfortable.
That's
side
the dark side.
Yeah, but like,
It
is weird though. It's weird.
It's so weird.
Like, one out of 3 people you meet could be related to Genghis Khan statistically.
I mean, that's like more of like the Asian stuff too.
Yeah, more over in the Eastern Hemisphere.
I personally have no relation to Genghis Khan.
Yeah, neither do I.
That I know of.
I mean, if you've seen either of us, well, actually, if you just look at the podcast cover, we are very pale, man.
So I did my ancestry and stuff, and it's all from England, of course, which is great. But the rest of it's all like Scandinavian. So my mom's from Canada, so she's all French that side, but it's from Normandy, which is all like just Vikings, which was pretty much just taken over by the Vikings from the Scandinavians. So
Yeah, the
I
Vikings.
don't want to brag or anything, but those guys are freaking awesome, and I am of their people.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to, actually, I was doing research on Here's a weird fact. I was doing research on dreadlocks because Justin Bieber just got dreadlocks, and people were wondering, like, what is the connotations of that culturally?
Right.
So I looked up the origin of it. Apparently, it started in the earliest inclination of it is like in East India with the Hindu people, but also the Vikings
Yeah.
dreaded their hair up. So that's pretty cool. We got we've got the carrying card.
We got
I'm
the
mixed British Swedish. So
the Nordic. Well, Swedish is like Viking too.
yeah,
Though.
it's Viking too. So we got the dread card, man.
Yeah.
We can dread our hair if we want.
I'm not gonna, but I could.
Neither am I. It'd be too painful. I might do that before I cut my hair. I might dread it up or do
I'd
some
like
weird
to
stuff.
see that actually.
But
My hair's too short.
yeah, it's also really painful from what I've heard. Like, or it can be with straight hair. It's harder to get it to
Dread.
stay.
Or yeah.
But
Just rub some mud in there or something.
get some mud in there. Yeah, I also feel like back in the day, how could you not have a dreadlock?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is
in
like,
your
how often
family?
are you gonna shower? Like, either your hair's gonna
Yeah.
be dreads or it's gonna be matted in like a big clump. So it's like you pick.
Yeah, so like people just figure that out.
I feel like they would at least. Either that or just do like what the Egyptians did and just shave it and then
Yeah, they'll do
get the
that.
wig.
Man, those guys were just like rocking the bald look. I feel like people don't bring that
Yeah,
up enough.
you
That's
know,
also pretty
Egyptians were all
crazy.
baldies.
A bunch of ballies and
We
how
always see Cleopatra like rocking her nice little bob or something like that, but no, she's bald.
You know what's so crazy
It's
about her?
fake.
You know what?
Cleopatra's fake.
Hey, what's also cool.
I'm standing up for my boy Mark Antony. I'm just kidding.
I was just about to mention how Julius Caesar and Cleopatra bow chicka bow wowed back in the day.
Yeah,
which is such an ancient.
They were
power
married,
couple.
bro.
Yeah, like they had a son together.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
and then
I think he died trying to win the throne of Rome. I'm not sure though.
probably, I mean, Octavius Caesar is a little more cool, or Augustus or whatever.
Octavius, man, Octavius is.
I'm
such
gonna
a
name
cool
my
name, man.
freaking kid that, or myself.
There's
I'm
a
gonna
kid-
change my name to Octavius.
There's a kid in my ward growing up
Conquer.
named Augustus. He was an interesting fella. I wonder what he's doing right now.
But
but
Augustus Gloop.
what?
Nothing.
I legitimately didn't hear that. That's gonna be interesting to hear when people listen back. But yeah, that's interesting, and also it's super. I watched a drunk history thing the other day,
Those are funny.
and
Those are really funny.
apparently Cleopatra's little sister like kicked Julius
Yeah,
Caesar's
Arsinoe.
butt. Yeah, Arsinoe.
Yeah, but I'm
She's
telling you,
balling.
man. A lot of these people listening right now might not feel about history the way we do, but you should. You should.
It's interesting, man.
It's cool.
It's way cool. This actually reminds me of another one. Back in Augustus's reign, back in the Roman Empire, he had to banish his own daughter because he outlawed adultery, and
Yeah, I remember that.
She got caught clapping cheeks or whatever, and like he was like, "Do I kill her or do I just send her away?" And he just like, "Be gone with team," and like sent her to like Crete or something.
Yeah, some stupid place like Crete.
Freaking Crete.
Some island like Greece.
People on Crete be like,
Oh my gosh. I never even been to Crete.
Nah,
I know like literally nothing about that. But
It's just that little island that's kind of cool.
this guy. All right, I got another one for you though. This one has to do with Adolf Hitler, actually.
Ooh.
I think it was the United States, but it might have been Britain or it might have just been all the Allies. But I remember their goal was they wanted to make Hitler more like nice. So they wanted to make him more like encourageable so he wouldn't stop like, putting people in concentration camps and taking countries over and stuff. So the way they decided to do that was they started trying to slip him estrogen pills. Yeah, I know, right? So it's like it's because they had that weird thought back then that women were just nice and like really, like all the time, and it's like their nature was not to fight and stuff like that, which is not necessarily true at all,
Yeah.
based on my experience at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, like look at Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
They throw hands,
They
man.
throw hands instantly.
It's just
like
that-
faster than a man would, I think.
Yeah. They're ready to throw down, man.
But I just think it's funny that it's like they tried to give Hitler estrogen pills, and the actual thing is too. I remember like some biologists talked about what that would have actually done if they succeeded, and it probably would have made things worse because it would have caused a chemical imbalance and
Just,
pretty much, for lack of a better word, given Hitler like periods,
oh
basically,
boy.
without like the bleeding, but like with all the emotional like just swings and
The
stuff.
PMS kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which might have not been a very good idea.
Yeah. That also brings it into another point. Like I think we have to call him the man with the mustache because YouTube doesn't like the H word, but the man with the mustache.
Can I say Adolf?
We could call him Addy.
Big Addy H. I feel like we're like
Addy H.
we're giving him a nickname now. Like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, that's
my boy Addy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can call
That's
him
worse.
Mr. Adderall.
Mr. Adderall.
So Mr. Adderall.
Senor Deutschland or something like that.
Yeah, Captain of the Deutsch, or the big bad boy with the brown pants.
Haircut. Fate. Evil Charlie Chaplin.
Soul patch.
Soul patch. Soul patch on the upper lip.
We could call him the angry boy. The yelly boy, Charlie Chaplin, or Mickey Mouse. That
Mickey
makes sense.
I
But
don't think your thought process is getting out of here, but
yeah, but anyway, whatever his name is, that the big bad boy from the South, he used to take meth.
Really?
Or like I think didn't the Nazi scientists create meth in their lives? Or was it, I think it was crack. It was one of those two. They either invented meth or crack.
Well, because crack is cocaine, right? And that just comes from South America.
Yeah, I think they invented meth.
Probably meth. I think it is meth.
Because they give
that
their
sounds
blitzkrieg.
familiar.
Yeah,
maybe it's because you just said it, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I think I knew it's an upper, so it's either of those two, I guess. But like
upper tier.
Yeah, it's like an upper, like boosts your energy and stuff. Supposedly, but like they used to give that to their blitzkrieg pilots so that they could bomb forever. And apparently, Adolf Hitler, or the man with the big bad boy, used to dabble in that. Well, supposedly, they think he might have been taking some near the end of the war because he was super paranoid and he would go hide away in places.
Right.
And like he'd hide away in the eagle's nest and just like not talk to anybody. But yeah, I don't know. That's a weird guy. Also, he invented the sex doll.
That's right.
Yeah, because
you told me about that.
His boys be boning too much out in the field and get syphilis and stuff. So they're like, yeah, just use some plastic. And that's how that happened.
That's great.
Now you can think about that. All those times,
That's just another thing we can add to the list of things things Big Bad Boy has done. Gotta catch myself.
He brought those into the world.
He made those.
So to all those people trying to make realistic sex dolls, you're just carrying on the work at the Big Bad Boy.
You're establishing like the fourth.
You're reestablishing fourth clubhouse.
I don't know what we can say, what we can't right now.
I know. They're getting so stringent. It's like you can't say
Reich.
I don't know if we can say Reich.
I tried to say rich. Sorry, I said it wrong.
I think also they don't let you say gun or kill. Like it's very.
Can I say hammer to the face?
Probably.
With flaming projectile.
You can describe it like brutal.
Okay, what if I say advanced flaming arrows of the 20th century?
You could say that.
Okay.
You could say that pierce your flesh and puts you in excruciating agony as you slowly burn to death from the inside out. You could probably.
That's not what those do.
You can't say death. You can't say death. I was just making an example. You can be pretty gory, but so long as you don't say.
I was like, do you know what boom boom sticks do, Gavin?
I mean, so long as you deny reality, nobody ever kicks it. No, it doesn't happen. Doesn't occur.
Oh. All right. Well, you got anything else?
Yeah, I got one more thing. Chester A. Arthur, I believe this is Chester A. Arthur. Again, him and Garfield kind of like fuse into one man for some reason with me. But one of the things that Chester A. Arthur did was standardize not only the stop signs and so like red means stop, green means
the stop
go.
lights.
Yeah, the stop lights. So that's a thing that Chester A. Arthur. Think about that every time. But he also standardized milk jugs and other containers,
which we are unstandardizing, and it's a freaking crime.
Yeah, tell the people what's happening, Dave.
I don't know if I bet all of you have seen this at least once. Have you, Gavin?
Okay. I don't really drink milk.
You have some homework now after this.
I don't really do that.
If you haven't seen this, everybody think you picture a milk jug in your head, and you get probably that nice kind of like slanted top, but you know what I'm talking about. But now they look more like bricks than ever. Like go to Costco or Sam's Club or whatever kind of thing is close to your house. I don't know, maybe I think Kroger does it too. There's a Kroger. I think so. But they're like just weird. I don't know, and it's like harder to pour in my opinion. But it's
Yeah.
just I don't know.
Is it kind of like a kerosene can or something?
It
Yeah.
looks more like a kerosene can than a milk jug. It looks like a kerosene can and a milk jug had like a love child.
Yeah, so is it kind of like the milk's right at the top, so you can't even pour it?
I
Like you
don't
have to
think they
like,
fill it all the way though,
oh man,
which is like
that's
kind of
infuriating.
atrocious. Yeah, I know. It's like they're turning milk jugs into bags of chips, and I can't stand for this.
You just open the milk jug and there's like
No,
no milk in it.
I can't do it. I'm not paying to drink air. It's like this dang economy. I don't know.
That also reminds me of like how much of a weirdo do you have to be that those Nestle CEOs who are just like, I want to privatize water. We should be able to sell people water
I don't know.
when no one has anything to drink. Like, what kind of who are you?
Capitalists.
The bad kind.
The bad kind.
The big bad boys who screw everything up for everybody else. Stop it.
Get some help.
Don't be like John D. Rockefeller. Go get yourself a life partner or something.
Yeah.
Get yourself a
That's
dog
like when
or
they say
something.
like when you're like your parents tell you like you got to get a girl or like a man in your life kind of thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're gonna end up super rich but really creepy and weird.
Yeah.
It's like you got to pick either wealth or like being normal.
Have you seen those videos of celebrities that match with like normal people on dating apps and like they send them an Instagram DM and they're like, "It's me. Why'd you unmatch me?" Like in a really creepy way. Have you seen those?
No.
That's a thing that's happening on this app called Raya. I think it might be like a famous person thing. I think they let famous people on and hot people. You got to be like one of the two. So basically, it's
Do
just
I
like
qualify?
it's like the picking grounds for, all the famous
You didn't answer
people.
the question.
Yeah, I think you are.
I think.
I want you on my Raya app, Dave. All right,
You know.
we gotta go. We gotta go real quick.
Come here. Now that we just learned something more about each other, I think this has been a pretty good start to season 2.
This has been a raucous start to season 2.
All right. We do not have any sounds for you today, but you know what we do have for you? We got the Ignorant Minute!
It's
All
coming
right.
back for season 2.
It was never going to go away in the first place.
Can't go
I thought we
away.
agreed about this.
Oh yeah, we are. We're
Okay,
on the
good.
same page.
Good. As you can tell, season 2 is in the making right now. And I mean, like, season 2 is in the making. All right, but you guys know the rules. We have 1 minute to say the most ignorant things we can say. I have 30 seconds. Gavin has 30 seconds. Let's see, Gavin, would you like to start us off today?
I would. Will you give me a signal when 30 seconds is up?
I will.
Cool.
All right.
Let me go. Let me know when I need to when I can
I'm
go.
going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Mikhail Gorbachev is dead. Look it up.
As a matter of fact.
The creamy yellow color that covers all sorts of Pinterest pages is actually the color of David Hasselhoff's teeth. That's also true. Ultimate Frisbee is objectively the best sport and will be featured in the next 3 Olympics. Only the next 3 because they're taking it out because they've actually had a prophecy from the Oracle of Athens, which is also still alive, by the way. Outlived Mikhail Gorbachev, which is a great feat. She said, Ultimate Frisbee will bring you lots of money, but if you don't cut it off within 3 Olympics, it'll kill everyone in the arena. So I don't really know how that happened. I'd assume some kind of like attack or like some kind of rigging of the disc to make it a bomb. But yeah, I don't know. That's also pretty crazy. Also, bamboo wood makes you very viral, and by that I don't mean internet wise. I mean it makes you able to impregnate.
I thought you meant like get infected.
Like virality.
Oh,
So if you have impotency problems, get some bamboo.
just like rub it on yourself or like eat it
Just kind of rub up against it sometimes.
like a panda.
Just
Sometimes,
like beforehand,
oh my gosh,
You know,
it's good to know.
maybe I won't put this in. Eat bamboo, good for you. Okay.
There. All right. So, Cabbage Patch Kids were actually meant as Russian Soviet spy toys to help you be like watched by Big Brother. Cabbage Patch Kids aren't what you think they are. All right. Flamingos are actually blue. It's kind of like that dress thing where everybody thinks it's like gold, like white or black and blue. They're actually blue. Woody from Toy Story is actually very, very racist in the comic. Very
No.
racist. Let's see. Only people with right toes have a higher chance of contracting gonorrhea later in life if they
Whoa.
like cut off their right toe. And let's see. Buzz Aldrin is actually not a real person.
Wow. That's all very good information, Dave.
It's all true.
I could tell. I can tell. I just knew.
I just knew.
I could feel it coming out of you into me, and I just
the
knew.
way I looked at you while I said it.
Dave, we gotta come up with like a song to sing at the end of this, like. The big time Boolers.
The big time Boolers. We're not just foolers.
We're not
big time Boolers.
Big time Boolers.
So big time Boolers.
Thanks for booing us with us, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great day.
I'm gonna eat some cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
No.
Cheesecake. Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Oh, hey.
Hey, what?
Like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Please do that.
Buy our shirts that we don't have.
We're going to make them.
We're gonna make them.
If you want it, we will make it. I know how.
Yeah, we're going to figure it out.
Custom ink.
We might make you a little pillowcase tank top.
With both our faces on it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you have a good day. Bye.
Adios.
That shit was pretty good.
So you're just descent into madness.